For the second part, of today's class, I promise that I'm going to show you to discuss a little bit about investment. Okay, um, was it Jane who said, before you start a school, you must have alternative sources of income? Okay, so investing in the stock market could be a very good source of income. There are two ways to earn money from the stock market, by the way. So what is the stock market? It is a market wherein you buy stocks, shares of companies, okay, that were listed there, and they are regulated by the Capital Market Authority, and of course the Nairobi Securities Exchange. That's where you buy and sell shares of stocks. So there are two ways wherein you can earn money from the stock market. What are those? Okay, so first, you can earn by uh, price appreciation. Okay, price appreciation. So what do I mean by price appreciation is you buy low and you sell high. Okay, so if you bought it at 10 shillings, hopefully you can sell it at 12 shillings or 13 shillings per share. Or if you like, you can buy high and sell higher. Okay, so that would be another way of earning money from the stock market. Another way to earn money from the stock market is through dividends. Okay, so what is a dividend? So at the end of the year, the company that is performing very well would like to share their profit to their shareholders. Okay, so that is also one way of rewarding their shareholders. So for example, last time I received dividends from Kengen last year. So they give 0. Is it 0.4 shilling per share? Okay, so if you have 100,000 shares of Kengen, then you have 40,000 of dividends. Okay, so that's two ways on how to earn money from the stock market. Now we have to understand that the stock market is a very risky form of investment. Okay, when you say risky, yes, you have the potential to really earn a lot of money. You can be a millionaire in no time, but you can also lose all your investment in no time. Especially those people who have invested in Mumia Sugar, for example. Those people who have invested in Ochumi, for example. Mm. Especially also when the economy of the country is also going down. Okay, so right now, because of COVID-19, so the stock market was dramatically affected. So if we will see later. Okay, the companies are really 30%, 40% discounted. Okay, lower than their real valuation. All right, so that is the stock market. So there are three things. In my case, I'm investing in companies. I always wait for the next. I always wait for the next stock market crash. Okay. What do I mean by wait for the next stock market crash? Because just like Charlie Munger said, Charlie Munger was the partner of Warren Buffett. So what Charlie Munger said, you don't make money by buying stocks. You don't make money by selling stocks. You make money while you wait. Okay? So what does he mean by that? You wait for the right time to come in. All right? I repeat, you wait for the right time to come in. And this is now the right time to come in because people are running away because of COVID-19. So we see so many companies that are undervalued. Okay? So for example, as I mentioned before, KCB, the real valuation of KCB is about 62 shillings per share. But right now, the price of KCB is around 35 shillings per share. So you can compute how much is the discount now. Okay? So this is the best time to buy if you want to enter the stock market. Right? So I repeat, it's a very risky investment because it's very volatile. So it goes up and down. But if you see the trajectory, it's always going up. Okay? And in fact, when it goes down, it will go up higher than the latest high. Okay? So that's always been the trend. So yeah, so let me just show you. So Father Peter asked before how to start investing in the stock market. Let me just share with you my screen. Okay?
Dr. Acosta,
Yes.
is there in the stock market, is there a particular industry that is you are better off investing in?
Uh,
Or you just check the shares of companies, of different companies? Like, for example, would you recommend real estate or the banking institutions? Or is there like the way you can check in the bonds?
yeah.
Is
It's a,
there one?
okay. Yes, yes, Lucy.
Yeah, is there I mean, can you make a recommendation of, like this particular industry, you're better off,
Mm.
investing in that particular industry?
Yes, yes, yes. That's a very valid question.
Okay.
Uh, yes, there is, depending on the economic forces.
Okay.
So right now, if you will notice in the one that I'm going to show you, banks are down. Okay, real
Okay.
estate is down. But what is the one that is making money today? Which company, in spite of this COVID-19, which one is making money? Safaricom.
Telecommunication.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Safaricom is.
Mm,
So if you go to the stock market today, the price of Safaricom was not dramatically affected. Why? Because they continue to earn money,
make money.
make money. Okay? So
Mm,
you look at the economic forces, okay?
okay.
So
Okay.
and you will see which one will be affected, which one will be affected, which one will benefit, something like that. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
Thank
how
you.
to analyze the industry. And also, by the way, there are two types. There are two things, no? There are two things on how to invest or to play in the stock market. You can either be an investor or you can either be a trader. Okay? So what's the difference between an investor and a trader? An investor, you normally buy companies based on fundamentals. All right? So what do I mean with fundamentals? You ensure that they have a good management. Okay? I repeat, you ensure that they have a good management. Number two, ensure that they have a good product. Eh? Ensure that they have a good product. Number three, ensure that it is a growing industry. Hmm? Ensure that it is a growing industry. There are many rooms wherein they can grow. Number four, look at their financials. If you know how to read their financials, Safaricom is a very good company. Okay? It's a very stable company. The fundamentals are sound. They are generating a lot of revenue. Okay? And so on and so forth. All right? I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
I'm about to log in. Can you see it?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay. So this is my uh,
Yes.
Father Peter. Father Peter.
Yes, I'm following.
Yes. Before you can invest in the stock market, you must have to open an account, a CDS account. Okay, and you can
Mhm.
apply using how they call it, using a broker. So this is my broker, Genki's Capital. Okay.
Mhm.
And if you want to know, their office is at Portutam, Stanbic Bank, the main office of Stanbic Bank.
Okay.
Yeah, in Westland. So that's where their office is. All right. So this
Lion's Place.
come again, Portutam. Portutam? Is it? Yeah, something like that. Okay, at Westland. Just go to Stanbic Bank. They are on the first floor. Okay, so once you have your account opened already, then you can always log into your account. Okay. Oh, there's a chicken there, rooster. I hope I will manage to open. Okay, so this is my account. Okay, so this is Genki's Capital. All right, so right now the market is closed. So you can see the market is closed. Eh?
Yes.
Okay, so there are about 40, 50 companies listed in the stock market right now. So this we call them as the securities. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like that. So, but before you can buy shares of stocks of companies, you must top up your fund, okay? You must deposit to your CDS account so that you can buy shares, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, you can do that through your broker, okay? And your broker will be the one to liaise it with Nairobi Security Exchange or the CDS, okay, the Capital Market Authority, something like that, all right? So,
Yes.
So if you want to buy a particular company, say for example, let's go to Safaricom here. Safaricom, yeah. So I click Safaricom, and then this is my client code, and then depending if you want to buy or you want to sell, okay. Now if you notice here, there are people who are buying. This is the demand side. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is the demand side. This is the supply side. So the demand side are people who wanted to buy. The supply side are people who wanted to sell. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So suppose there is a somebody or a group of people who wants to buy 20,000 shares of Safaricom for 27 shillings. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there are people who wanted to sell at 29 shillings, about 8,000 shares of Safaricom, like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's a negotiation game. Okay, we do not know who will give in. Okay, so if you notice, there's no meeting price. They couldn't meet. One wanted to buy at 27, one wanted to buy at 29. You understand? One
Yeah.
Yes.
So in a crisis like this, okay, in a crisis like this, like COVID, um, it's just the law of supply and demand. The more people selling, what can you expect with the price?
The price
Goes
goes
down.
Goes
down.
lower.
The price will go down. The more people
Yeah.
buying,
Price goes higher.
the price goes higher. Okay, so
Yes.
that's the strategy here. So if you know that there are so many people selling, you just wait. You can give your price, by the way, because if people are desperate, they will sell to your price. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and if people wanted to buy because the economy is really good, you can price your share in a price that you will really make profit, something like that. Okay, so for example, I can say quantity. I want to buy 1,000 shares of Safaricom, Sindio. And
Mm-hmm.
and if for example I can say 27, if I want to to be ahead, I can say 27 point. So I can say 27.50, something like that. Okay? So I want to buy
Mm-hmm.
higher than 27. So that now, And then you can say, for how long will this end? Say, only for today, something like that. Okay? So if you like, you can have your order good for 3 days, if okay. Okay? But anyway, tomorrow is holiday. Sunday, there's no trading. There's no market. So Monday will be the next opening, you know, something like that. So you see now, for 1,000 shares, 27.50 per share, it will be 27,500. Okay, 27,500. All right. So if I say buy like this, of course the broker will add their commission, and then they will also add transaction charges. You understand?
Mm.
Yeah. So therefore, so instead of 27.5, so it will become now 28,083 shillings and 50 cents. Okay? If you divide that by 1,000, your average price now is 28.03. 083. You understand? That is your average price.
Mm.
So when you sell, be sure to sell higher than 28, not 27. Okay?
Mm.
All right?
Mm.
A
Yes, yes, yes.
question. A
Yes.
question.
Yes, question.
Can you get a broker to manage your account?
Yes, that's possible. That's possible.
Okay.
They
What
can,
are the pros and cons?
of course, they will be charging you commission.
Okay.
Mm. By the
Which
way,
is what they will do, like what you've said.
yes. Plus,
So, but I'm seeing like you can actually transact yourself.
yes, you can do it if you have
Mm.
if you have the guts, okay? If
Mm.
you have the guts and you have the knowledge
Mm.
and you have the time.
Okay.
So three things, huh? You have the
Mm-hmm.
guts, you have the knowledge, and you have the time.
Mm.
Because sometimes we can be very emotional, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the stock market, there shouldn't be no emotion, because the moment you have emotion there, you will lose money. Okay? You
Mm.
will lose money. So once you submit, be sure that you have 28,000 in your account. Otherwise, it will be denied here. You will see this red finger, thumbs down. You understand? Means to say it has been denied.
Mm.
Now the
So
beauty,
that's sorry.
yes,
How do you do it? Do you go the guts, time, and non-emotion direction, or do you have someone doing that for you?
I'm doing it myself. If you notice, I open my own account. Okay,
Ah,
I'm managing my own stocks. Okay,
okay. How's your experience been so far?
I'm still accumulating. I'm still accumulating.
Okay.
Mm. Um, what else? What else? Mm, and kindly ask questions so that I can answer them. So that now,
So this is just I'm very green to this. I want to ensure I'm understanding it.
mm,
So it's just a game of buying, selling to
yes,
make the profits between those two things.
yes.
Ah, okay.
So as I
And there's
repeat,
nothing in between, like receiving dividends from the company when they make profits or whatnot. There's nothing in between like that.
there is.
Okay.
So there's a cutting period where they said you must hold your shares of stocks at this certain period, and then if you have these stocks at this certain period, then you're eligible for dividends. But what if you have sold your shares before that cut off? Okay, then
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you're not entitled for dividends. Okay,
Okay.
so some people, what they do,
Mm,
they sell just after the cut off.
yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So after the cut off, they're already entitled for the dividend, and then they sell. If you notice, price will go down because
Mm,
many of those people here in the stock market are institutional players. You understand?
Yes.
So you have to be very careful because you're competing with people who are who are doing this on a daily basis, as compared to us who are just doing it part time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they really know how to play, and they have sources of information sometimes that we don't have. So before we know it, we only read it in the news, but it's already one day late. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be very careful also. But if, for example, your time horizon is 5 years, never mind. It doesn't matter if it goes down and up. Just leave it there. Okay? In the next
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3 years, it will just bounce back, as I mentioned. Especially if you have bought a good company. Okay? So if you bought a good company, you don't have to worry, by the way. COVID-19, it will come to pass. Okay? Kengen will still be there. KCB will also still be there. Equity Bank will still be there. EABL will still be there. Safaricom will still be there. Even after COVID-19. You understand? As long as you bought a fantastic company, you don't have to worry.
What I've seen, Daktari,
Yes.
is most Kenyans, especially when you go to some of these brokerage firms,
Mm,
you find old people being brought,
mm,
as in they bought stocks a long time ago.
mm,
So I've seen, I would say there are two categories of people.
mm,
Category one is people who would like to actually make money out of this.
mm,
Category two is people who are just long
mm,
term what investors, as
mm,
in for them they leave it for time to take its course.
mm,
So they keep on buying, and what you're saying, they keep on accumulating shares, just slowly, and they come to redeem their shares when they are retired. They have,
yes.
as in I've seen people being brought by their grandchildren. They can hardly even sign for their shares. So I think also when considering, you could look at it as a long-term investment
Yes.
in terms of, let me just put my money here. I'll not even think about it. I'll allow it to stay. It will be one of the things that I redeem even as I enter into my retirement
Correct.
age. Or you could be the risky ones who, this is a way of making money.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
said, if your time horizon is 5 years and up, put it in the stock market. Okay?
yeah, yeah.
Money that you will use for the tuition fee of the kids, or no, 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 don't put in the stock
No,
market.
no. Mm.
Not in the stock market. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So any other question? Father Peter?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
Yes.
you can ask question now.
So if I've gotten you right, you need first to open an account with the broker,
Yes.
and there are two options.
Mm,
There is the option of the broker managing your account,
mm,
or you manage your account yourself.
yes.
However, you've mentioned from your experience or what you are doing, you are managing the account yourself. And if I've heard you right, it's because at the moment you are accumulating.
Not even, there are many ways to play the stock market. So there are people who really they have other businesses. Okay, they cannot really devote time in the stock market, so they just allow other people to manage it for them. But for you, for me, I normally study in the evening. Okay, I
Mhm.
study in the evening, and then I come up with a strategy. Okay, in fact, my
Mhm.
broker is giving us a weekly, trading strategy. They will tell
Mhm.
us which companies are undervalued. Okay,
Mhm.
they will tell you, it's about time to sell. Yes, they
Mhm.
will tell you, and then they will tell you to hold if you have to hold, and
Okay.
they will even tell you when to enter. Okay, say you wait for the
Mhm.
price at 25 shillings and then you enter, and then you say
Okay.
historically, he said, uh, the company, the last time this company was with this price was 10 years ago, and it's really very affordable, something like that, undervalued. You penetrate, you enter. Your broker will give you that kind of service because they do a lot of research.
Okay.
So if you
So
remove
is there any?
emotion, you are already guided. You are given already the guidance by your broker. So
Okay.
which stocks are the best in terms of dividends? Okay. Which stocks are momentum stocks? Okay, means to say
Okay.
they are growing. They will give you that list. Which stocks are how they call this one, very strong in terms of resiliency. Say for example, highly capitalized, EABL, Safaricom, KCB, Equity Bank. Okay, you can't go wrong with these 4 companies.
Thank you.
In terms
What
of
do you need? What do you need to open the account? See.
Kenyan ID,
Yeah, just your ID.
and then maybe
I
KRA,
think passport.
and then PIN, and then PIN. Yeah, I think that's it.
How long does it take?
Maybe up 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks.
Okay. Physically present? Yes.
You can even apply online.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you browse this one, so let me just show you. Can you see my screen again? Genesis Capital.
Yes.
There
Yes.
is what we call as G Cozy. Yeah, you can apply online. You can even use your mobile phone.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
You can use your mobile phone. You send money to your M-Pesa, and then M-Pesa to your broker, and then automatically you can buy stocks. In a matter of 1 minute, your money is in the CDS account, and you can trade already.
Okay. But the brokers work only when the market is open?
I think even after the market is closed, but office hours.
Okay.
Because the market is closed at 3 o'clock, and then
Yes.
office is up to 5.
Sure.
Something like that.
Daktari, give us some of the advantages and disadvantages of trading shares.
Of
Advantages and disadvantages of trading these shares.
trading in?
The shares,
Yes.
the capital share market. What are the advantages and disadvantages, maybe,
Historically,
for us to be able to make a decision?
historically, the stock market is the best place still. Okay? Still the best place to grow your money. Historically. Say for example, real estate. What's the highest increase appreciation of the price every year? Real estate. What's the highest average appreciation per year of the price? Let me know.
Personally, I don't know.
Maybe 8%, 10% per year. Is that it? In real estate? In the stock market, you can earn as much as 25 to 30% per year. Yep.
The real estate market.
In the stock market.
Okay.
You can earn as high as 30%, 40%, 50% if you know what you're doing. That's why in my case, I told myself I only buy good companies with good fundamentals and highly discounted. The minimum discount that I normally get is 50% discount. Say for
50%.
50% discount. Say for example, Kengen. I bought Kengen at 4 shillings, 450 I think. And I think the valuation of Kengen is 9 shillings, something like that. Right now, I'm buying KCB and Equity Bank. Okay? Safaricom is expensive, by the way. Safaricom is expensive. But it's a good company. It's a good company.
And the returns?
Come again?
What would be the advantage of investing in Safaricom?
Dividends, I think. But it is not one of the highest paying dividend companies.
Okay.
No, it's not. The highest so far is ABSA, Barclays, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Cooperative Bank,
Mm-hmm.
KCB. So if you want to invest because of dividend, go for these three companies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But for long term,
Long term, go for Safaricom. Long term, because it's a very stable company with very good revenue streams. Okay, they generate
mm-hmm.
billions. Plus, of course, you feel that you are a owner of Safaricom.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Okay. What about distributing?
Yes, you can distribute, you can diversify
Mm-hmm.
your portfolio. So you can have in banks, you can go for real estate, you can
Mm-hmm.
go for telecommunication, you go for power, like that. You can go for agri. You can distribute your investment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Doctor, is it the right time to sell shares for Safaricom?
Now,
Yes.
no, it's lower. Right now, the price of Safaricom is, let me just see.
How much?
The last price for Safaricom is 28.50. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Uh, before COVID, Safaricom was at 32.
Oh, 32.
Mm. So it was affected, but not so much. As compared to KCB, KCB reached 54, 56, but now it's only 35. Or it even went down to 30. You understand?
Okay.
Mm. What else? Any other more question?
Okay. If you're very busy and you can't trade for yourself, the advantage of the broker is that they will want to invest so that they get
Commission.
commission.
Yeah.
If they don't, you still pay them.
By the way, there's no guarantee that you're going to earn. Yes, you will sign a document saying there is no guarantee. No. Even if you're going to ask the broker to manage for you, you will sign a document. They will not promise you anything.
Then the other question is,
Mm.
just like the way we are able to know which is the best company to buy at a certain time,
Mm.
which criteria do you use in selecting a broker?
Then you have historical information. You can ask capital market maybe, or because I look at Genki's Capital. Yeah, they have some problems because I think they are associated with a bank, no?
Mhm.
The one that went down. Which bank?
Chase,
Which bank was
Chase,
that? The Chase Bank.
Chase
Okay.
Bank.
Yeah. So, but today they are very stable. Genki's Capital. Yeah.
All
So
right.
you can there are many brokers here in Kenya. I think one of them is Dyer and Blair is also a good broker.
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with Dyer and Blair? Yeah.
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 Thank you.
The most
There is a question on the chat box.
Yes. Can you read for me?
Yes. Jane is asking,
Mm.
what is the minimum amount of money you can invest in a stock market?
Okay.
The minimum amount required.
Look here. Can you see my cursor? Now,
Yes.
Yeah.
there is what we call as a lot size, no? Lot size. It's 100 shares. Okay? So, 100 shares times say 2750. How much will that be? That's 2,700, Cynthia. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can buy, if you have 5,000, then you can invest already.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
What else? EABL. Let me just go to EABL. Look at how much is EABL now. EABL here. The last price is 149.
Oh.
Okay? Oh, you know how much what that was last before COVID? It reached 210. Yeah.
So, if you are to advise, would someone invest heavily or you start gradually?
EABL. Now, you can do in tranches. Okay, like that. Okay. Say if you have 100,000, you invest 4 weeks, 25,000, 25,000, 25,000, like that.
Okay.
Because of the uncertainties, okay? We don't know yet what will happen to the COVID-19. It might still go down, by the way. Because EABL business was affected. No one is going
Yeah.
out. No one is going out to drink. Hindi.
Yes.
Yeah, because so EABL is one of those affected. But we know that EABL is a good company. It's highly capitalized, okay? They have the money, they have the muscle. So they can sustain maybe for the next 2-3 months.
Okay.
Unluckily, Nairobi Water is not registered. It's not listed, no?
Hey, that is just as well. Seriously.
And then KPLC is listed. KPLC is listed. The price right now of KPLC, I think, is 2 point something. Sorry, I was log off from my account. Okay, so I was log off. So KPLC is problematic because they have a lot of debt. Okay,
Yes.
and they're dragging Kengen below. Why? Because they're the only customer of Kengen. But Kengen right now is trying to, in the long term, you can invest in Kengen because really it's a very big company. Okay, they have a lot of power plants and so on and so forth. Okay, very stable. It's just that they are very dependent on a single client, and that is KPLC. And KPLC is in so much trouble right now, so it has affected Kengen. But Kengen is looking for alternative clients or ways to earn money. So I don't know if they can sell outside of KPLC. That would be good. What else? So I give you the names of the companies.
Yes.
Safaricom, KCB, Equity Bank, okay, EABL. These are the 4 highly capitalized companies that are very strong fundamentally. 4. And then in terms of dividends, go for ABSA or Barclays. ABSA, Barclays, Cooperative, and KCB. They are,
So KCB falls in both.
yes. And then in terms of momentum stocks, Genesis, Kengen.
What do you mean by momentum stocks?
It has the potential to grow because it is it's undervalued. So even yeah, even KCB and Equity Bank, you can say that they are also momentum stocks now, including EABL. All right, because they are undervalued as we speak. Anything more?
Would the banks also be brokers?
Yes. Yes, they do have a brokerage firm also as part of the group.
Okay,
Mm.
but they are expensive more than the private brokers.
I really don't know. I think they almost charge the same commission.
Mhm. Okay.
What else? No more?
Daktari,
Yes.
you feel like Safaricom is maybe doing well in the market, but when maybe they are giving dividends, they give their customers very little. How do these people calculate what to give out? I don't know.
I'm not so sure what were their policy with regards to those things. I'm not so sure. It's beyond my how to call
The
it.
dividend is small.
No, sometimes
Mm.
sometimes companies give very little dividend, especially if they're still using the money to grow the business. Okay? To grow the business.
Thank you, Daktari.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I hope it was helpful.
Very, very
We are now
helpful.
equipped.
Yes, this is very helpful.
Okay
We
then.
are investors, potential investors.
All right then. So enjoy the rest of your morning, eh?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Enjoy
Dr.
the rest
Bye
of your
bye.
day.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Kwaheri.